Hey guys, welcome to another Thursday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. I got 2 CDs that I'm going to talk about today, and I got a package in the mail that I'm going to open up. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on that link down below. Go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. I know I say it every episode, but it's just a cool place to continue the music conversation. There's also a couple other links down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den merch page. We got t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. There's a link for the Vinyl Den Patreon page. If you want to support the show, it's always greatly appreciated. You can support the show for as little as $1 a month. And there's also links for the Vinyl Den Spotify and Apple Music playlists, where we're just compiling music that we're talking about on the channel every week into a playlist that's easy for everyone to check out. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. So I'm sure you guys probably already know, I'm a big fan of that, mid-90s to early 2000s punk rock scene. And, Avril Lavigne was definitely an artist that was in that later stage of it. But, I've really kind of followed her career over the last, 20 years or so. And I've liked most of her albums. So I was really excited to hear that she was releasing a new album. Just came out, I think it was like last week that it came out, called Love Sucks. And it was produced by John Feldman, which, John's been working with a bunch of artists over the last, 20 years. He's been producer on some great albums. And Travis Barker's been involved with this album. Mark Hoppus did a song on this album. Mod Sun was involved with multiple tracks on this album. So there's a lot of great people that have released some incredible music over the last, couple of decades involved on this album. So I was really kind of excited to check it out when it was released. I went the day after it was released and picked up on CD. And I will say that, it is a good album. There was nothing on here that really blew me away. So if you are probably more of maybe a casual Avril Lavigne fan, you might like it if you are a fan of some of her first stuff. So off her first couple of albums, I would say this is probably the most punk rock album that she's done overall. There's a lot fewer of those ballad-ish kind of tracks that she's done over the years. But overall, like I said, it's got a couple of really good tracks on it. And it's got some other tracks that I could probably do without on there. But as far as my favorite tracks on there, Love Sucks is a great track. Avalanche and Deja Vu are probably my top three tracks on the album. Like I said, really good tracks. Some other ones are, I can kind of do without. It's not her best album, and it's not her worst either. So I guess I can put it like that. Surprisingly, though, so I went to a record store and bought the Avril Lavigne album. I also picked up this next one. And this has been something that I initially wasn't a huge fan of, and it's definitely grown on me since it was released. But I picked up Kanye West Donda, and the funny thing is about this, there's absolutely no writing on this album. There's no liner sleeve on it. There's nothing. I mean, everything is just plain black. So I actually had to look up the track listing. There's not even a track listing on here. So, and like I said, when Donda was first released, I was kind of mixed on the album. And since then, he's released a couple of newer, updated mixes of the album, and it's just it's a fantastic album. And I'm a big Kanye fan. I have been for a long time, and it's probably, I would put it in his top 3. I consider, probably 808s, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and Donda is probably the top 3 Kanye albums in my opinion, but definitely one that I've been listening to a bunch since I got it. I kind of expected to be listening to this a whole lot, but Donda's kind of replaced it in the old CD player. All right, so on to the mail here. So this was sent to me by Chris Doyle. Chris is a member of the Vinyl Den Facebook group. Chris actually has his own YouTube channel also. It's called Doyle's Basement Records. I'll put a link in down below. Make sure you go check that out. And Chris actually also works at the Vinyl Underground in Kansas City. So if you're in the Kansas City area or venturing through there, make sure you stop and check out the Vinyl Underground. But I'm going to crack this thing open if I can find what I do with my knife here. I will say before I crack this thing open that Chris did package the snot out of this box. It's wrapped up, and I think it's fragile. I think there's enough fragile tape on there, but crack this thing open here without cutting my hand open. I want to give a huge shout out to Chris for sending this. Obviously, it's cool to get this kind of stuff in the mail. Cut open this bubble wrap here. Maybe. Chris, I will say that showed up in perfect condition. Doesn't look like it's creased up or banged up at all. You did a good job packaging it. If I can cut it apart here. Alright, it took me a couple minutes, but I finally made it through all the bubble wrap on this thing. And it looks like it showed up in perfect condition. Looks great. It's the Warriors Code by Dropkick Murphys. Yeah, like I said, I'm a big punk rock fan. Been a huge Dropkick Murphys fan for a long time. So definitely a cool album. It's actually one I've been looking for a while. And it's been out of print for a little while, about a year or so since I've seen it in stores. So I actually picked up a copy of this. I was in a record store probably middle of last year, might have been last summer. And I was in a record store down in Ohio. I picked this up in the store. It was like, yeah, couldn't find anything else in the store, so I ended up putting it back. And that's the last time I've seen it in a store. So really cool, Chris. I really appreciate the album. And it's it's one of my favorite Dropkick Murphys albums for sure. If you are unfamiliar with this album, make sure you check it out. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Like I said, big shout out to Chris. Thanks for sending the album. I really do enjoy it. It's like I said, it's cool getting that kind of stuff in the mail. But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you drop me a comment. Let me know if you've listened to that Avril album or Donda, or if you know anything about Dropkick Murphys, because like I said, they're probably, if I had to rank my bands, they're definitely in my top 10. They're probably, somewhere 6, 7, 8 range as far as my top bands go. But just a great album. It's one I've been looking for a long time, so it's really cool to have a copy of it. But that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.